Claude Code new update is insane. So Claude Code just dropped 3 new features that might actually make OpenClaw obsolete. I'm not saying that lightly. You know, I love OpenClaw, but what Anthropic just released is pretty crazy, and we need to test it together right now to see if it's actually as good as they're claiming. So here's the deal. Claude Code can now remember everything about your work forever. It has auto memory. It learns your habits, your preferences, your projects, and never forgets them. Even when you start a brand new session, so you never have to explain yourself to Claude Code again, ever. And that's just one feature. So we also have now the Claude Code control for remote control. So you can essentially here run local sessions, as you can see, and your computer, if your computer is at home and you're out living your life, you're literally managing everything from your phone like a remote control. Your AI is working, you're at lunch, that's it, that's the feature. And feature 3, and this one did pretty well as well, is that Claude can now run tasks on a schedule. We'll look at that in a second. Whilst you sleep, every morning, every week, whatever you want, Claude does it. No buttons, no reminders, just done. Now, here's what we're going to look at today: how each feature works, how to use them, how to get started, etc. You can see the scheduled recurring tasks here. So there's 2 updates inside Claude Code: auto memory, remote control, and then you have scheduled tasks inside Claude Code. So basically, the top 3 features from OpenClaw are now implemented directly inside Claude Code. So let's run through exactly how to use them. So if you want to get started with auto memory, here's how it works. So you can see here, Claude has 2 kinds of memory that persist across sessions, right? You Claude MD files, which are great, but you've also got your auto memory. So Claude automatically saves useful context like project patterns, key commands, and your preferences across sessions. Auto memory is like a persistent directory, and it's literally just come out this one. Now it is enabled by default, so you don't need to toggle it on and off. But if you do want to switch it off, you can just do /memory inside Claude Code. So let's have a look at how this works. I'm just going to open this up and we'll pull up an example. So if we run a new window here, then we'll type in Claude to get Claude Code running. There we go. And then once you've done that, you can type in memory here and actually edit your memory files. So if you want to toggle it on and off and that sort of thing, you can use memory right there. Now, if you want to use the remote control sessions, like you can see here, so this is an easy way basically to create a remote URL that you can then access via other sessions, right? So basically what this means is remote control connects Claude Code or the Claude app for iOS and Android to a Claude Code session running on your machine, right? So that means you can just open this up on your phone. Now, how does that work? Well, let me show you how it works. So let's say, for example, you are running a session inside here and you're like, okay, build or tell me what time it is, right? Just to keep it super simple. So we'll run a session with Claude Code, as you can see right here, and that's beginning to work on that task. Just need to log in. Bear in mind, this is not available on the team mode, but it is available on the max plan. So we continue, and then we just type in remote control like that. And that basically allows us to get a URL, as you can see right here, that we can run on a mobile device, right? So for example, if we do a new window here, we switch to a mobile device, then we navigate to this page. Now we can access Claude Code from a mobile device, right? Which means that we can connect to our local computer using Claude Code on a remote device, like a mobile, for example. So that's the other functionality. And then the final one is scheduled tasks, right? So you can schedule recurring tasks inside Claude Code. Bear in mind, like all of these updates have just come out this week, which is pretty crazy. And obviously it's a response to OpenClaw and the popularity of it, which means that basically the top features that were inside OpenClaw, you can now do inside Claude. But the difference here as well, of course, is like a lot of people use Claude, people already have plans with it, you don't need to pay for an API, and it's a lot more polished, right? It's a lot more secure as well. So if we have a look here, here's an example. So if we open up this is our scheduled task. We can click on run scheduled task here if we want to run it as a test. But basically we can run these tasks daily and schedule them in, right? So if we go inside here, you can see that each day we've got a list of our scheduled tasks, and then it will just run them automatically. So we set them up once, and then we have this task automated daily, which saves a lot of time. If you do anything day to day that you think could be easily automated, well, then you can get this AI agent to do it in the background at all times, right? And it's pretty simple and easy. The only downside of this is like you need Claude Code open and you need your laptop running to make sure this works. If it's not open, then it's not going to run the scheduled task, right? So for example, it didn't run February the 28th until I opened Claude Code directly. So that's just something to be aware of. But pretty good and powerful tool, makes it just at the same level as OpenClaw, except like it's more secure. People already use it. You don't need to pay for an API. It's not as buggy, and these features are pretty easy to enable. Now, before I go, I've got two things for you. First, if you want to learn exactly how to use AI tools like Notebook LM to automate your presentations, save hours every week, and level up your workflow, join my AI Profit Boardroom. It's the best community for business owners and creators who want to get ahead with AI. You'll get step-by-step processes, automations, and real strategies that actually work. Link is in the description and the comments. Second, if you want the full process, SOPs, and over 100 AI use cases like this one, join the AI Success Lab. It's my free AI community. You'll get all the video notes from there, plus access to our community of 38,000 members who are crushing it with AI. Links in the comments and description. All right, thanks for watching. Hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.